Hi guys, video game viewer here with the review of Ace Combat Assault Horizon for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and I'm assuming the PC, but I'm not too sure, but I'm sure you little internet trolls out there will correct me. Anyway, diving into the story here. So pretty much you play as Lieutenant Colonel William Bishop. You are sent to Africa. You are part of the Warwolf Squadron, part of NATO's 108th Air Force. Joining you in Africa is some Russians. You're there to repel some rebels, but before you know it, the rebels and the Russians side up. They build this weapon called Trinity, which is kind of like a mini nuke, and of course you make a rival in the air who's with the Russians, and pretty much you just want to kick his ass and take him down like he did to you the first time. So that's basically the gist of the storyline. It's not real well put together, but it's there. But as you know with any Ace Combat game, the whole game's about flying. The storyline is loose. It's not really meant to be that deep. So it is what it is. Moving on to to gameplay, better than the story. It fares better than the story. I'm loving this game. It is over-the-top action, craziness to the max. The planes are just beastly, and this is just a fun game to play. Honestly, I can't put it down. I love getting behind people, blowing the hell out of them, hearing the explosions flying through the shrapnel. It's really unique, the gameplay. I mean, pretty much what happens is if you can stay on an enemy's tail long enough, a little green circle will pop up. When that pops up, you hit your double shoulder buttons, and you will go into dogfight mode. And you'll chase that person. The plane pretty much flies itself. You just have to line it up. Fire missiles, shoot your machine guns, whatever. But they can counter-maneuver you, flipping over you, getting behind you, and then you got to counter-maneuver them. It's really crazy and really awesome. So, moving on to graphics. Game doesn't do well with graphics either, to be honest. Draw distance is probably the major drawback to this game. Draw distance, drawback, funny. So, the draw distance in this game sucks, and it seems like the other Ace Combat games did it a hell of a lot better. I mean, you could actually see further, but there just seems to be this fog that is just ugly. It's really ugly. It looks ugly. The planes look gorgeous. Cutscenes look nice. But that draw distance issue is a bitch. And also, if you get really close to the ground, I know this isn't a VFR flight simulator, but the objects on the ground just look terrible. And it seems like other Ace Combat games did a really good job of rendering textures for ground objects and stuff, and this game just doesn't seem to be there with it, honestly. So really, graphics-wise, it's not that good to look at, other than the planes. The cockpits look awesome. The planes look cool. Explosions look alright, but I mean, outside of the plane, the world just is not detailed at all. I don't think. Not like other Ace Combat games, anyway. So it's lacking in that department. Sound-wise, you're not going to fare much better. I mean, what do you expect to hear in an airplane cockpit? The engines, explosions, the gunfire, and radio chatter. And get ready to hear the same radio chatter over and over and over again, because it never changes through the game. It's all the same every mission, except for certain moments where something particular of interest is happening. But other than that, it's the same radio chatter. Now, the musical score I found was incredibly good, and really helped build the drama of whatever your particular part in the mission was. But outside of that, sound, graphics, and story are really way lacking in this one. And I remember in previous Ace Combat games, the story was actually fairly good, and so were the graphics. Sound was always really the same, but gameplay remains the core of this. Now gameplay-wise, remains fun depending on what you're doing. You're flying planes, it's awesome. You're playing a door gunner in certain levels. I've only played a door gunner once so far, and that's basically something you would expect from COD. I mean, the controls are identical. Helicopter controls are, I hate them. I hate flying helicopters in this game. I've never been one. I've mentioned in another video before, I'm a huge flight sim enthusiast. I like planes. Personally, I'm a flight student right now. I go flying. I can't stand helicopters. Just don't like the way they control. Never flown one in real life, but I don't like the way they control in this game at all. And I really hate those levels. They're really drawn out, and I just don't like helicopters. So, I mean, if you think the helicopters if you like helicopters and you think they handle excellent in this game, let me know in the comments below. But I'm going to quit rambling. I'm going to move on to multiplayer. Multiplayer is awesome in this game. I love it. There's domination, or sort of like a domination game. There's headquarters game where you have to destroy the enemy headquarters. You just keep going on bombing runs, and whoever can destroy the headquarters first wins, obviously. And then there's a free-for-all mode where it's every man out for himself. And that seems to be what the majority of the people on multiplayer are playing. But I found actually a bigger draw from the multiplayer. I want to play that more than actually I do want to play from the campaign. So I don't know if that's saying something, but that's how it is. So all in all, I've been waiting for this game for a while, but I'm giving Ace Combat Assault Horizon a 7.5 out of 10, which for me is, I'm being lenient here, but 7.5 out of 10, Ace Combat Assault Horizon. Hey guys, if you like what you saw here, make sure you check me out on Facebook. I'm still looking for some likes on that Facebook page. And as always, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
Target hit.